What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are continuing today with our new look rebuilds, and today we have the Chicago Bulls. And I have this assumption or this feeling that most Bulls fans aren't very happy with the direction of their team right now because they just think they're kind of stuck in like purgatory, I guess, if that makes any sense. Let's go over what the Bulls have done this offseason and what they maybe should do instead. I don't know. We'll talk about what's in the video. Let's just jump in and do this new look Chicago Bulls rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me that 60% of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed, so do fall into that 60%. Want to change that? That'd be awesome. Quick side note as well, I'm recording this on Saturday the 22nd, and this video will not be going out till Monday. So if anything happens between now and Monday, when the time you're seeing this, and something happened for the Bulls and it's not covered, that is why I'm going on a little mini vacation on Sunday and Monday. So that's why I'm kind of recording this video ahead of time. That way you guys have something to watch while I'm gone. But let's talk about what the Chicago Bulls have done this offseason. So obviously the first thing they did was re-sign Nikola Vucevic. They took care of him early on in free agency. I think actually before free agency even started, he got extended, if I remember correctly. Andre Drummond accepted his player option for $3 million. They did re-sign Ayo Dosunmu literally like 2 days ago, and they also signed like Javon Carter, also got Torrey Craig, and then they drafted like Julian Phillips, and I think that was about all they've done so far. They do have like an injury exception as well. I don't know if they plan on using that on someone here soon. We'll see if they decide to. Obviously, if it, like I said, happens between now and when this video goes up, that's why it's not covered in this video. But let's take a look at the rotation. Obviously, one thing we know is Lonzo Ball just is not going to play. He just isn't going to play this next year. It really sucks what's happening to him. We'll see if he eventually finds a way to play basketball again. But right now, 2K would have the starting five as Javon Carter, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic. I mean, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic as our starting, three here is great. I do want to start Patrick Williams as well, though. So I'm going to go ahead and move Zach LaVine back to the 2. And we're going to do something like this. So DeMar's going to go back to the 3. And then we're going to have Patrick Williams play the 4. Or no, he can still play the 4. So that should put Patrick Williams in the starting 5, I think. So yeah, I want to start Patrick Williams for sure. And I think we're also just going to go ahead and start Kobe White as well this year. We might as well, right? So Kobe White is going to start. They paid him to come back. That was another thing they did is they re-signed Kobe White. So Kobe White, LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Williams, Nikola Vucevic as their starting 5 with a bench of Drummond, Ayo Dosunmu, Javon Carter, Alex Caruso, and then Dalen Terry if he gets minutes, or Torrey Craig. They did sign Torrey Craig in free agency, so I'll go ahead and give him a few minutes here, and we'll go something like that. And I'm going to throw Dalen Terry some mentorship, and we'll see if there's anyone else I want mentored as well. And then one other thing I love to do is obviously, as you guys know, look at shot tendencies. So LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. If you guys, know me, I'm not a big DeMar DeRozan guy, and in 2K, he's not all that great. I mean, he's going to start to regress. I feel like for me, the Bulls fans, or in my opinion, or not Bulls fans, in my opinion, the Bulls probably should be rebuilding rather than trying to stay afloat like they're doing right now. They probably should be a team that, just, blows it up a little bit, trades Zach LaVine or whatever it may be. But they've decided not to do that. So I don't know what I'm going to do today exactly. I'm just going to try to roll with it and see how it goes. We'll just kind of feel it out. If we're doing good, then maybe I'll just leave things the way they are. But if we're like struggling, then I think it's very apparent we got to do something to change the roster up. So we'll go ahead and just kind of see how it's going by the trade deadline. DeMar DeRozan's on the last of his contract, which makes me kind of want to potentially trade him at the deadline. But like I said, we'll feel things out and we'll give it a chance. We'll just kind of see how things go under Billy Donovan. And hopefully this team does decently well and we can just kind of keep it going. But I just have my doubts about that. So we have stopped the trade deadline because, as you can tell, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, we are 19-38 on the season. We're very, very bad in the East. We're just a bad team, and there's no reason to keep this going. So we're going to go ahead and ramp the Band-Aid off. DeMar DeRozan's on the last of his contract. I think it's time we go ahead and move on from DeMar DeRozan. Other guys, we can kind of wait maybe till the offseason. We don't have to do everything here at once, but we're going to start to blow it up a little bit here. So DeMar DeRozan's the first step. He's on the last year of his deal, 34 years old. On the season, he's averaging 20 points per game. I don't know what DeMar DeRozan's trade value is. I'm going to be honest with you. So, like, if I don't get a good return here and you are a DeMar DeRozan fanatic and you hate the trade I do here, I apologize. DeMar DeRozan is one of those players I really struggle with when it comes to trade value for him. But we're going to just take a look at these options in 2K's Trade Finder, and I'm probably going to go with the best, most realistic package I see. So, first one, Mo Bamba and Tobias Harris. Not really something I like at all. Chris Middleton, not feeling it either. Okoro and Levert's kind of interesting, where we get a young small forward. I wouldn't mind that. Okoro's not someone I often trade for. We also get Levert in the trade, and the Cavaliers get themselves like another guy next to Garland and Mitchell. Maybe could make sense. Maybe we might feel that one. We might go with that one. Powell and Terrence Mann. I mean, DeMar DeRozan in LA could make some sense, especially if the Clippers don't get Harden, I guess. Clark and Kennard. You got Jaime Jaquez, Kyle Lowry, Miles Bridges, Cody Martin. Let's just scroll through these a little bit faster, because there's some other trades I'm going to want to get to here. And I'm not really feeling a lot of these. I think the best trade we got that I kind of liked, or we should have first. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I think I'm gonna do that trade with the Cavs. We get a Okoro and Karis LeVert out of the deal. We trade them Torrey Craig as well. Sign me up for this. We get a young forward and Isaac Okoro. We could have Isaac Okoro and Patrick Williams be like our defensive forwards. I kind of feel that idea, so we're gonna do that trade. Welcome to the team, Isaac Okoro, along with Karis LeVert, and that will be the trade we do with DeMar DeRozan. So DeMar DeRozan is gone. We get a young forward out of the deal. We'll have to pay both Patrick Williams and Okoro in the offseason, which is going to suck. But hey, 3-and-D wings that can, play some defense. I think it's going to feel pretty good to have both of them. The next guy I wanted to trade away was Alex Caruso. I think there's a lot of contending teams would love a guy like Caruso. I think if you move him to point guard, he goes up in overall. Am I wrong on that? I could be right. He goes up. So we're going to go ahead and move on from Alex Caruso here as well, which I don't even think I had him in the rotation, which is actually criminal, man. Okay, no, I guess he wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure. But we're going to go ahead and move him here. So Alex Caruso, we're going to go ahead and trade you away, whether it's for a first or whatever it may be. I mean, trade value for Caruso is tough to determine as well. Let's see. 2 firsts from Atlanta. Now, I have seen in the past Chicago has wanted 2 firsts for a guy like Alex Caruso. I could get to a point where it's 1 first. Like, I think that could make some sense. But 2 firsts seems kind of pricey. I don't know if you all agree with me on that take, but I think I'm going to go ahead and talk to the Hawks. I want to give me 2 firsts. Again, I think 2 firsts is a little steep of a price. I would be fine with maybe just taking like this pick swap, and then I don't know if they have like anything else. Maybe they throw me like Jalen Johnson as like another wing player. I don't know if they would do this. This probably is going to be a little too much. Yeah, they're not going to agree with that. So, you know what? Atlanta's contending, and you know what? They suck, or not they suck. They're honestly goated in 2K as it is. It's not like this first round pick is going to be good anyway. So you know what? Let's do it. 2 firsts for Caruso. We'll call it a day. All right. That will be the 2 trades we make. So now our rotation is Kobe White, Levine, Okoro, Patrick Williams, Vucevic, Drummond, Levert, Ayosumu, and then you got Javon Carter. And that opens up minutes for Dalen Terry, which is a plus as well. And of course, Lonzo Ball, kind of hurt for the whole season. So that's just what it is. So let's keep simulating. I expect to be even worse. We'll trade Levine in the offseason most likely, and we'll let him cook for the rest of the year, and then we'll be looking to move him probably in the offseason. At the end of season number 1, after the blow up at the trade deadline, not totally blowing up the team yet, we finished up at 28-54, so we were not a very good team in the East. We know what our direction is after, getting answers from 2K on what our direction should be. But let's go on to see who wins the championship real quick. You got it's the Celtics actually beat the Hawks, so for once in my life, I will not see the Hawks win a championship in 2K. It feels good. Suns beat the Celtics in 7. And then let's get straight to the lottery. So low-key, tanking this year was actually really good, because one thing we definitely need is a point guard. And this draft class is loaded with point guards, because as much as I like Lonzo, we just don't know what his future holds for the rest of his career. So let's see where our pick may ultimately fall. So we're projected the 2nd overall pick. Do we get lucky? And we fall to 6. Wow, that sucks. But we have the 6th overall pick. Even though we have the 6th overall pick, I'm pretty confident we can still walk away with a really good player here. So I'm not too upset about just having 6. As long as we get like a good guard to fall to me, I'm going to feel good about it. So that's fine. Let's just get straight into the draft, because we're not trading this pick. We're 1000% drafting with this pick. And then Billy Donovan is gone, so we can go ahead and hire our brand new head coach. And then we can look at Zach LaVine trades as well. Maybe we can get another lottery pick in this draft. We'll see. I mean, I do want to move on from Zach LaVine here. I just kind of want to blow up the whole thing. We're also probably trade away Vucevic. We're just gonna go on a full-on blow this team up, retool this team, and go on our own path, basically. So, yeah, first step is we are going to hire a brand new head coach to rebuild this team, or to be kind of the lead guy here for a rebuild. And let's see who might be that guy. Right now, I do see Steven here, which he was terrible in Houston. But his ratings in 2K aren't bad, and he's a real head coach, which makes me kind of want to hire him. So, you know what? we're going to go with Mr. Steven. Everyone deserves a second chance, right? So we'll go with Mr. Steven to be our brand new head coach in Chicago. Hopefully it works out this time. We're going to fill this out, and I will see you guys potentially with the Levine trade or a Vucevic trade. But I'm going to try to trade both of them this offseason and just full on clean house here. So I decided I'm going to wait for a Zach LaVine and a Vucevic trade till after the draft. I wasn't getting any good offers, really. There was a couple of things I kind of liked about a LaVine offer, but I decided not to go the route. So Buzelis goes number 1. Ron Holland goes number 2. Like I said already, a lot of the forwards are going off the board, which is totally fine with me because I have my 2 forwards locked in. Every single forward has gone off the board. So we have DJ Wagner fall to us. I'm feeling good. Robert Dillingham would have been cool as well, but Collier would be cool, but I think I'm going to go with DJ Wagner here. DJ Wagner is going to be the point guard we go ahead and select. We need a guard. Of course, we could draft like an Xavier Booker as well, but give me DJ Wagner, brand new point guard for the Chicago team. I feel fantastic about that selection. So just like that, we walk away with DJ Wagner in this draft. New face of Chicago. Welcome in. Player options, Lonzo Ball declines, which I think in real life he'd probably accept that just because obviously the uncertainty of his injury status. So I'm going to accept Dalen Terry and Phillips though. And then qualifying offers, Okoro and Patrick Williams, 2 free agents that I have interest in bringing back, both of them 22 and 23 respectfully. I want them to be both my defensive forwards going forward because I think with Wagner progressing and having those two as 3-and-D wings is honestly like perfect. Now, Williams is asking for an absolute bag, which I absolutely hate that he asked for that much money. But Okoro, on the other hand, not asking for too much. He didn't do too much last year. So paying him what he's asking for still seems like a very, very steep price. But now it's time to find out what LaVine could potentially bring me. So I'm going to start to build a LaVine trade. We also have Karis LeVert, who we got in a throw-in in that Cavs trade. So that's something that's kind of underrated as well that we could trade away. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of good pieces here. We can still move from here, from this team. But Vucevic and LaVine are my main priority of 2 guys I want off this team. There's actually a lot of interesting offers here for Zach LaVine. I'm going to be just simply using 2K's Trade Finder for this one. I could build my own Zach LaVine trade up, but I kind of like some of the offers we got in here. So obviously, like Murray and Capella is kind of interesting, but that's not the route I'm trying to go in. Tyler Hero for Zach LaVine is also kind of cool because Tyler Hero, man, he's a dog in 2K. Now, he is supposed to be traded in the Dame trade when it eventually happens to a third team or whatever. But obviously, in this rebuild, I mean, it hasn't happened yet. So that's definitely an option. But the 2 that I was kind of looking at, so Anthony Black being offered to me is interesting. But this one kind of caught my eye. It's a guy, this one caught my eye too. We get Grady Dick and Christian Coloco out of the Raptors. I kind of like it. We get a young shooting guard and a young center. Grady Dick didn't do too much last year other than averaging 64% from 3. I can't imagine he took dude, there's no way he took that many threes, right? Like there's absolutely no way he just averaged that. So yeah, he only shot 17 times. I'm about to say there's no way this man just averaged. Yeah, that'd be wild. Okay, the other one I kind of like is this one. Malachi Branham and a first-round pick, which is our own pick back, which is kind of incentivizing. But the Spurs just gave obviously Greg Popovich an extension. Maybe they're looking to win sooner rather than later. So I would honestly like this. Malachi Branham is not a guy I get very often at all when it comes to rebuild. So I kind of like the idea of getting Malachi Branham in our pick back. Now, if I can squeeze more out of them, that is what I want to do as well. Like that Hornets pick is live protected. Let's say we go for like a Hawks pick, which obviously Hawks picks are just not valuable at all. But still, getting first round picks is still valuable. So we're going to go for another Hawks pick in the future. And then if there's anything else they can give me, I mean, I think that'd be good. If we can get Zach LaVine, our pick back, Malachi Branham, and 2 firsts, I mean, you could argue that Zach LaVine should be going for way more, which I could agree with you on that. Maybe you disagree and say Zach LaVine's not worth this much. Who knows? But we get Malachi Branham and 3 firsts. I'm cool with that. They want Kobe White, and I have to trade them the Portland pick. They throw me Charles. Honestly, I don't know if I have much use for Kobe White in the future. So you know what? Let's do it. Kobe White's not bad. Don't get me wrong. He's only 24, so it kind of sucks to throw him in this trade. But you know what? We also get a young center thrown in the trade with Charles. Sign me up. Let's do it. Zach LaVine's a Spur, and we got Malachi Branham as our brand new 2 going forward. So we have our brand new young backcourt with Wagner. We have Ayo Dosunmu backing up DJ Wagner. Malachi Branham is our new starting shooting guard, which I'm actually really excited about because he actually develops very well in 2K, if I'm not mistaken. So I love to have him here. And then right now, Vucevic is our starting center still. And then Charles was a good throw-in because either he's a bench center or he starts next year. Kind of depends on what our team looks like. So the next guy is Mr. Karis LeVert. Let's go ahead and see maybe what he could get me on the open market. The 76ers signed a bunch of centers last year, so maybe they would be fine with getting rid of Paul Reed. We can bring in B-Ball Paul. We trade a second-round pick on top of LeVert. Sign me up. We get a young center in Paul Reed. I mean, Paul Reed may be our starter next year. Just kind of depends on how things go. So, B-Ball Paul and Charles is the two new centers we just brought in. And then Nikola Vucevic is still a guy I would love to get rid of. And that would be the last step to this process of fully cleaning this team up and blowing them up. So, let's see if we get any good offers that make sense for us to take on. If not, I'm fine with just kind of keeping them. Mitch Robinson in a first. Derek Lively. I would love Derek Lively, of course. He could develop pretty nicely for us. Isaiah Jackson in a first-round pick. So the Pacers give me a first-round pick. They do have Miles Turner already, though, so I don't know. Ooh, the Pelicans offer me Jordan Hawkins and Larry Nance. We have to give him a first, though. I mean, Vucevic would be a decently good fit next to Zion. Naz Reid in first. I don't know why the Timberwolves would go for another center like that in return for Naz Reid, Draymond, and then again, I just don't like any of the offers we're getting for Vucevic right now. So maybe he stays until next year's trade deadline. Let's just focus on bringing back Okoro and also Patrick Williams at this point. So Lonzo, I'm not bringing back, unfortunately. I'm gonna let him go and figure out where he wants to go next. So Okoro and Patrick Williams, I think those are the two main priorities here. I'm just going to simply wait till they get an offer or they get cheaper by the day, obviously. So as further you get in free agency, the cheaper they get. So we're on day 11 and now we're on day 12. So what else do I need to get to fill out the roster? Right now we have Dosunmu, Javon Carter, Malachi Branham. We have Dalen Terry, Julian Phillips. We have no power forwards right now and we have a bunch of centers. So of course, we're bringing in two forwards back 100%. We have two guards right now. So we could bring in like a backup two that could make some sense, like RJ Hampton. I mean, you could take a flyer on him, so we can give him like a 1-year deal. Apparently, you have $70 million in cap space. Dang, that's a lot of money. But regardless, I am still gonna prioritize bringing back Patrick Williams and also Isaac Okoro. So we're gonna give Patrick Williams a good deal, and Isaac Okoro, same thing, 4 years, flat rate. Let's get them both back, and you can make $16 million. So boom, RJ Hampton, Patrick Williams, Okoro is our offseason. We'll bring them all in. And play progression, you got Vucevic going down, Okoro is up, Williams is up, Malachi Branham is up, Charles is up. So a lot of development here, which is great. We are finally picking a direction for this team, which is exciting. I mean, the Bulls technically have a direction. It just isn't the right one. So I feel like we're going in the right direction, right? So let's go ahead and look at this rotation going into next year. I'm super ecstatic about what we're about to look like. So DJ Wagner is our new point guard with Malachi Branham, Isaac Okoro. We're about to be the worst team next year probably, but it's going to be exciting time. So Wagner, Branham, Okoro, Williams, Vucevic, Paul Reed, Charles, Ayo Dosunmu, Dalen Terry, RJ Hampton. I'm feeling good about that rotation. And then proficiency, if we take a real quick look at it, it's a 3-star pace and space. But we're going to go with the 7-second system under Steven. And then I do plan on trading Nikola Vucevic at the trade deadline as well. He's a 79 shot tendency. Patrick Williams, you can lead the way. That's fine. But Malachi Branham's at a 78. I want him to be pretty good for us as well. And then DJ Wagner, I want him to kind of step up right away as well. So we'll go for that. So let's see how this goes. I don't expect to be very good this year. I will see you guys at the deadline to probably trade away Nikola Vucevic finally, hopefully. So as promised, we're stopped at the trade deadline, and the Miami Heat are offering me a first-round pick for Nikola Vucevic. We do have to take on Duncan Robinson's contract, which really sucks because his player option is next year. But you know what? It's totally fine. I don't think we're going to have a bunch of cap space anyway. Well, I mean, we potentially could if I, was able to trade Vucevic for an expiring contract, but I don't mind getting the first-round pick, to be honest with you. We might just go that route. So I mean, there's definitely, like, we do like Brook Lopez in a first, or in a second, I should say, where we get off, Vucevic's contract. We open up cap space because Lopez, 36 years old. I mean, do we open the cap space or do we get a first round pick? I think we get the cap space. Let's do the cap space. So the Bucks give me Brook Lopez. I don't know. I mean, I guess the justification for this is the Bucks, see Brook Lopez falling off the face of the earth. So they're like, okay, we got to open up our window, and they trade 1 second. It's not the most realistic trade in the world, but you know what? We'll do it. So just like that, Brook Lopez will be our brand new center for the rest of the season. He's going to come off the bench as well, with Charles starting, which is fine with me. Let's just go ahead and celebrate the rest of the year. We're 22-32 on the season right now, so we're actually not doing too bad, but we'll see how the rest of the year goes. At the end of the season, we do get DJ Wagner making an all-rookie first team, which is great to see because we obviously want him to develop as much as possible. So he averaged 14 points on 6 assists. Not bad for a rookie year. Of course, we're not in the play-in or the playoffs. Nah, that was to be expected. But if we take a look at the player stats, he has 16 from Patrick Williams, 15 from Malachi Branham, 14 from Wagner, 13 from Okoro, and 12 from Brook Lopez. So obviously, we don't really have a guy that's the leading scorer just yet, but I expect DJ Widener to develop into that, and he'll be the guy. Then Malachi Branham, I expect him to keep developing as well. So let's go ahead and see who wins the championship in year 2, and then we get to prioritize getting our brand new center for the future. So let's see who goes on to win. It's Pelicans and Celtics, and the Celtics go on to win. I think they won last year as well, if my memory serves me right. I could be wrong, but let's go straight to the draft lottery once again. So I don't know what pick we're projected here. We traded for our pick back, and it is projected to be the 4th overall pick. Do we get lucky this year? And we still do not. We fall to 7, so that sucks. We have the 28th pick via the Atlanta Hawks, and I think that's it. So we have the 7th overall pick. I don't even know if there's a good center prospect in this draft. If there was, I would really, really want him right now, because that's the position of need we need the most right now. But let's go ahead and see if we can get a wing whisperer real quick. And then I want to look at the mock draft. So we got one here with Wallace Clayton. And then what is mock drafts telling us? So if we look at mock drafts, yeah, this is the... Ooh, Barris, man. If Barris fell to me at pick 7, I would be a happy man. I'll tell you that right now. But worst case scenario, we draft somebody else, I guess. But let's get straight into the draft. So there's no one I'm looking to trade before draft night. Let's just jump straight in. And let's see if Barris falls to me at pick 7. Harper goes 1. You got Trey Johnson going 2. Ian Jackson going 3. So far, so good. Cody Williams. Okay, getting closer and closer. Okay, one more pick. We got our guy. Just like that, we have our guy. Barris falls to us at pick 7. Welcome to Chicago, my friend. You are the guy. And we also have a later pick as well. So we have our core, man. We have our core, and it's looking good. I'm feeling good. So VJ Miller, we'll go ahead and take him as well with this selection, and that will be our draft. So boom, we got Barris, who's a 7-9 overall right away. We got our brand new center of the future. And then player options, we're going to accept all these. And then qualifying offers, we have Lenny Waters, Julian Phillips, 2 guys. I'll extend a qualifying offer, of course, on Julian Phillips, but Lenny Waters, no. Let's go to free agency, though. And let's see if we have any important free agents. Only Brooke Lopez, which I don't think I'm bringing him back. Can I sign like a Giannis right now if I wanted to? I'm $7 million off. I'm not going to do that because I love building through the draft in 2K. But Io DeSumo, Wagner is our point guard rotation. We have Branham, RJ Hampton, which I'm still cool with. Dylan Terry-Okoro, Patrick Williams, and then Paul Reed, Barris, and Charles. So we pretty much have a full rotation. I don't think there's any need to sign a single free agent. Phillips will come back as qualifying offer. Of course, we could go out there and splash in like a Denny Avdia or Trey Murphy right now, but I kind of just like what we've built organically, and I'm just going to roll with it. So we're just going to go straight to player progression, and we're going to just see what player progression is looking like without signing in any free agents this offseason. So Phillips goes, or he comes back, I should say. Patrick Williams up to an 84. Brandon's up to an 82. Wagner's only up to a 78, which kind of sucks, but he's up to 11 badges. So he, I think, next year like hits a really good development stride. So there's a chance we still suck next year, but I still feel good about the direction we're going in. I think eventually this team, if we just like be patient with the process, and I'm not saying this is the trust the process Philadelphia 76ers, but this is the believe in the process Chicago Bulls. All right, that's where we're gonna be. That's our new slogan, and we're gonna all deal with it. So rotationally, once again, we're landing at like 30th power ranking. They actually want to start Io DeSumo over DJ Wagner, which kind of sucks to see, not gonna lie. 3-star, 3.5 proficiency. And of course, we're not gonna start Io DeSumo as much as I do like him. We are going to stick with DJ Wagner as the starting point guard for this team. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure that's not the case. So we're gonna have Io DeSumo not play at the starting point guard spot, and I might just run a 9-man rotation as well this year. So let's see. So Wagner's back in, which is what I wanted, and then let's go to bench utilization. Let's push it down to a 50. And we have Wagner, Brandon, Okoro, Williams, Charles, Barris, Paul Reed, Io DeSumo, Dalen Terry, RJ Hampton. I'm going to go ahead and have, Charles up to a 79, and so is Paul Reed. I guess we can throw 3 centers. It doesn't really matter at this point. RJ, he's not like a huge part of what we're doing here, so it's like, it's not that big of a deal. He's not getting minutes, but let's summarize the rest of the year. Shot tendencies, Wagner, where are you at? You're up to an 83. I want Wagner to be the guy that eventually like just takes over this team. So we're going to push him up just a little bit higher, and Williams will push down maybe just a little bit. And I think that'll be good. So let's go ahead, submit the season, and let's see if we maybe surprise some people in this simulation. I highly doubt it, but you never know. We are stopped at the trade deadline. We are trading away Paul Reed and a second-round pick for Georgia Snang and a first-round pick. Both Charles and Paul Reed are going to be free agents this offseason, and I think I'm going to be rolling with Charles as our backup 5 going forward. We're 24-30 on the season right now, so there is a chance we actually end up making the play-in this year, which is what I'm kind of holding out and hoping for, but we'll kind of see if it does work out that way. We're the 10th seed currently right now. We just got rid of B-Ball Paul, so that might have made us worse, but the end of the day, it's all for future plans. Once again, we have another all-rookie first-team representative, and that is Barris, which we love to see. 6 and 8, and also 1 block, and also a steal. And we made the play-in, which is also a great sign for this team's future. So we get to play Miami, which, of course, these two teams played in the last year's play-in tournament in real life. But Patrick Williams, man, led the way with 24 points per game. Malachi Branham with 21.5. I told you Malachi Branham turns into a dog. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good about where we're at. And Charles is averaging 2 blocks per game with 9 points, 9 rebounds. So to me, that's like the perfect backup 5 mold. And Barris with 6 and 8. I feel like we're just like trending in the right direction, and it's amazing feeling right now. But let's see if we get past the Miami Heat, because what would be an even better feeling? That would be getting into the playoffs. I mean, we do have to deal with the Miami Heat, who have like Ian Jackson, Nikola Jovic, Bam, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero. So, I mean, the odds of us actually beating the Miami Heat here are pretty slim, but you never really know. Let's see what happens. So, we are up right now, but that doesn't mean anything. Can we actually win this game? And we are going to win this one. So, we are 1 game away, as Patrick Williams leads the way with 34 points per game, or 34, not per game, but 34 points, and Malachi Branham with 33. So, now we get the Pacers. So, Pacers in the second leg of the play-in. Can we take down Indiana at their house? And we make it to the playoffs. It's a close game. We had a lead for a second. Even if we don't get in, this is still valuable experience. And we don't get in, which is fine. I'm not too upset by that. I would just hope and pray that with progression under our belts, we should be a playoff team next year. Like, no doubt, playoff team. Rockets and Hawks, and you're going to have, let's see, you guys are going to have the Hawks finally win a championship in this video for once. All right. Took a while, but it did happen. Brook Lopez retires an Atlanta Hawk. Let's go straight to the lottery. So, and he retires a champion. Shout out to him. We're projected the 12th pick and the 14th pick via the Spurs and our own pick. So we get 2 lottery picks here, and it ends up being 12 and 14. So they did not change. And we get to add 2 rookies to this team. I mean, you really can't go wrong. So we keep adding rookie scale contracts. Steven, I mean, he just kind of took us to the play-in, and we'll go ahead and keep him around. So we'll go with that. And let's get straight to the draft. So we can add 2 players here, or we could try to move up in this draft and potentially draft our backup, whatever. So I would assume it was a free agent, I believe. So we can find, maybe we should trade up and try to get a good backup guard. Maybe that's probably the plan, or backup 4. Or we can maybe bank on just like, maybe it just falls to us. So I don't even know what this draft class looks. Oh yeah, this is the Cooper Flag draft class. That's right. I'm gonna move up to like pick number 8 with the, or I guess this is my, or yeah, no, we have the 14th pick. Sorry, we might try to move up. Let's see if we can move up and potentially draft like a good guard. So let's say we said 12 and 14, and then let's move up to like pick number, let's say, yeah, I said 8. We can make a trade with the Spurs, maybe to move up to 8, or maybe we have higher aspirations. We want to go to like pick 5. Let's say we go to 5. Let's say we trade for a top 5 pick. The Knicks had the 5th overall pick. They don't agree to that. I'm willing to throw one of the, those Hawks picks we got, and just like that, move it up to pick 5. So let's see how this draft goes. We're going to have Elise Harrington going 1. We got Cameron Boozer. I mean, if we could walk away with Cooper, I was about to say, if Cooper Flag falls to us, Koa P goes, okay, that would have been cool to have one of them. But we have Bryce James, which isn't a bad idea. We also have Hugo Gonzalez. I said I needed a good guard. I don't even know who's like the stud of this draft class. We have Ollie as well. I think I'll go Hugo Gonzalez here, even though I know Bryce James might be a dog, which I apologize if that was the wrong pick. 76 overall. Bryce James is 78, so I may have made a mistake, but it's all good. So Hugo, welcome to the Chicago Bulls, my friend. And Wagner is back, and then qualifying offers. Phillips, Terry, and Branham are all free agents, which I have interest in bringing every single one of them back. So I think we're just going to focus on bringing everybody back other than Ayo Dosunmu. Or, you know what? We don't have a backup point guard, but I mean, yeah, we can bring him back. We'll bring Ayo Dosunmu back. He's, kind of been around, so we'll keep him around. And then I think we're going to resign, yeah, pretty much everybody here. So Ayo Dosunmu will bring back for another 3-year deal. And then Branham, I'm going to go ahead and bring him back as well. And then Dalen Terry, I want to bring back for sure. And then I think that's 3 guys. And also Charles. But we're going to have to wait till after moratorium to sign Charles, I believe. So, oh, it's going to glitch. I'm stupid. I should not have offered them contracts yet. Dang it. That's my bad. All right. So we got those 2 back on their qualifying offer, which really sucks. We're going to have we still have like $40 million of cap space if we really want to spend money. But I know I could spend like a ton of money right now and just that would be we'd be a contender probably immediately. But I just feel good about what we built organically, if that makes sense. And I want to just kind of see it succeed, if that, if you know what I mean. So DJ Wagner's up to an 85, or 83, I should say. He went up 5 overall. Barris is up to an 82. Branham is up. Okoro is up. Williams stays the same, which is fine. He's, unlocked in 84. And if he stays in 84, that's the perfect role player overall, which is fine. We didn't really want him to be more than just a role player, but he did average like 24 last year. So I don't know. Is he more than a role player at this point? You could say that. So let's take a look at the rotation. Power ranking lands at 28. So they're still not a big believer in us, but I have a good feeling about this year. So Wagner, Branham, Okoro, Williams, Charles. I mean, to me, that's a really good starting five. Barris starts instead, and then Charles, Ayosumu, Dalen Terry, Hugo Gonzalez. I'm feeling good. I think we make the playoffs this year. I don't see why we shouldn't. So we're going to simulate the season with playoff aspirations, and we're going to see what 2K thinks of us. So at the end of year, whatever this is at this point, LaMelo Ball wins MVP, Harrington's Rookie of the Year in Memphis, Jarrett Allen, 6th man on the Lakers, Evan Mobley, Defensive Player, Jet Howard, Most Improved, and Quinn Snyder is your Coach of the Year, and Jacob Park is your Executive. So let's go ahead and see where we finish up in the East, shall we? As we finished up as a 4 seed in the East. So we are a playoff team, which is what I wanted this year, and those dreams have been accomplished. So 24 from Patrick Williams, up to an 85 overall. 21 from DJ Widener, 8.5 from Malachi Branham, up to an 84. Curl with 15, up to an 84. Terry's up to 78. Barris, or Charles, I should say, with 9 and 11 rebounds and 2 blocks. Man, I did not know about Charles. He is an absolute stud, it looks like. Barris with 8 and 10 and almost. He had 2 steals and a block and a half. Man, we are a really good. And then Hugo Gonzalez averaged 8 on his rookie season off the bench. So, dare I say we're a dark horse contender right now? Is that too far? Is that too far? It might be. I don't know. We get Charlotte in round 1, who has the MVP. They have Mathurin, Brandon Miller, Aaron Gordon, Mark Wims, and also Christian Wood. This is going to be a tough series. They also drafted Buzelis, of course, as well. So yeah, there's nothing guaranteed here. This is a very, very good team in Charlotte, but we feel good about our team as well, as we're up 1-0 and absolutely just obliterated them, 35 and 31. If you're getting Isaac Okoro scoring 31 on your head, shooting 7% from 3, you know you had a bad day. So game 2, 2-0, beat them by 11. 33 and 9 for LaMelo, but 25 and 10 for Mr. Patrick Williams. Are we about to just take care of business like that against Charlotte? We literally just swept them. That is what I'm talking about. Did I say we were a dark horse contender? I did say it. And now, of course, we draw the Atlanta Hawks. Now, this is the ultimate litmus test, or however you say that damn word. But Trae Young, Murray, AJ Griffin, Bay, Okongwu. On the surface, it doesn't look that intimidating. But as we talk about every video, Atlanta is one of those teams you just don't want to play in 2K. That's just the reality of the game. So, game by game, we're actually up 1-0. We had 37 and 14 from DJ Wagner, 28 points per game in the playoffs so far from him, and 26 from Patrick Williams. So 24. Where's absolutely we haven't lost a game yet until now, right? Oh, 2-0. I was about to say there's no way we go up 3-0 on Atlanta Hawks, right? They even it up. Are we about to blow a 2-0 lead? Are we about to blow a 2-0 lead? Let's see if we can win game 5 and make sure they don't come back from this. So, game 5 in Atlanta. If we take care of this one, it's a close game. Atlanta does have the lead, and they're going to beat us, bro. Damn. Atlanta. All right, game 5 or 6, I should say, in Chicago. And if we could push this back to Atlanta, then of course we have a chance, and that's all you can really ask for. And we have done just that. So 90 to 110. And now it's time for a game 7 to punch our ticket to the conference finals. Dig deep here. First quarter is going to go to us. Second quarter goes to them, but third quarter might go to us. Okay, close game. 104 to 99, 106, 102, 110, and I think we did it. Maybe we didn't. I don't know, and I think we did. We have beaten the Hawks. No, we didn't. No, we did not. I thought we beat the Hawks. What just happened? We had a lead, bro. Why did we just blow it? Like what? I can't. I'm saving the day. I'm jumping in. Wait, what? I clicked the wrong button. Oh. And bro, we had them on the ropes. We literally had them on the ropes, and of course they go on to win the damn championship. I'm not ending it like that. We're running it back. Atlanta, you're going down. That's all there is to it. Atlanta, I'm literally about to ruin your day next year. That's just the reality. All right, back in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. We're the 3rd seed in the East. We get the Celtics in round 1. I really want to run into the Hawks. I want to ruin them. 24 points from Williams, 23 from DJ Wagner, 19 from Malachi Branham, 15 from Isaac Okoro. Updated rotation and what it's looking like overall wise. This is what we got. We got 85 across the board. I mean, Barris is lowest at 84. But yeah, I mean, the overall average of the starting five is pretty damn good. Charles off the bench, Dosunmu, Dalen Terry, Hugo Gonzalez. Everything is kind of the same as last year, except we draw Boston in round 1. Now, they still have Tatum, Brown. It's still like the same team. Somehow they ended up with Jarris Walker as well. So, all right, let's see if we can beat down Boston. And, I mean, I have a weird feeling about getting eliminated in round 1. I just have that feeling. Hopefully, it's wrong, and we literally just sweep them. Thank you. Okay. Get past Orlando. I want my rematch with Chicago or Atlanta. I am the Chicago Bulls. Okay. Lonzo Paulo, Jalen Duren. Very good team in Orlando, but you're starting Cameron Reddish. I mean, that's enough said. And I think Cameron Reddish heard my disrespect. I think he heard the disrespect. No, he didn't. He's shooting 28% from 3 in the playoffs. In the regular season, he actually played pretty well. Okay. Do we come back from 2-0? Because that's the only chance we have. That's the only shot we have at coming out and beating Atlanta. I wanted to do it last year, and now Orlando stands in my way of doing it this year. Okay, so we actually obliterated them in this one. 44 from Patrick Williams. Hey, if you want to go ahead and score 44 every game, Patrick Williams, that gives us a pretty good chance at, you know, maybe getting out of round 2 here, even though we're down, what, 3-0. It's not looking good for us. Unless we take it at the end, and we don't. W. All right, well, we don't get our chance of revenge against Atlanta, so we lose to Orlando, and we're gonna see that. And the Hawks have Luka now. Is that Luka and Trae Young together? No, it's Luka and Tower Hero in Atlanta. We would have lost them anyway. What does it even matter? They have 2 of the most OP guys in 2K. 24, 20, whatever. They go on. They're definitely winning, right? There's no way they don't. Yeah, they win. So shout out to the Hawks, man. They're a dynasty. Hopefully that happens for them in real life if you're a Hawks fan. I'm ending it here. Last year we had them on the ropes and we blew it in like what? I don't even know what the time was. I thought I felt comfortable. I thought we won the game. I was like, okay, we won, and we lost. Hope you guys enjoy the video regardless. Hey, at the end of the day, we put together a pretty good squad in Chicago. It just sucks to end up like this. So hope you guys enjoyed regardless. See y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.